So when we look at our problem of the day for today, as I walked around, most of you had drawn your figure correctly and labeled correctly. Let's talk about how to solve for how much fencing the zookeeper needs, though, okay? When we reread our story problem for today, when it was talking about that there was a new animal and the zookeepers needed to build an enclosure for the animal, that was just information. That was just part of the story. But it wasn't really telling us what we needed to write down, was it? All right. But then the next sentence did give us some important information. It said the space they plan to put the animal is 20 meters long and 15 meters wide. Okay. So I know it's long and then it is wide. All right. It said 20 meters long and it said 15 meters wide. Now, here's the thing. If we're building an enclosure, why would we build an enclosure?
Keep the animals safe.
We want to keep the animals where?
In the cage.
We want to keep them in their cage, right? And yes, Riley, we would want to keep them safe as well. Based on what I just drew, can I keep an animal in that?
No.
I cannot keep an animal in that. So what should I do?
You should close it up.
Let's close it off.
Because then it'll just run out.
Okay? We know how long it is. We know how wide it is. Based on what we know about this shape, what's the measurement of this side?
20 meters.
And what's the measurement of this side?
15 meters.
15 meters. Okay? So then the next part of my question says... Good question. I agree. I Googled it and I took a picture of the computer and texted it to her. The next, oh, I'm videoing too. Sorry, friends at home, we had an interruption. Okay. The last part of our problem, let's refocus. I apologize, friends. How much fencing will the zookeeper need to buy the new, I gotta read that again. How much fencing will the zookeeper need to buy to make the new enclosure?
70.
Okay, but instead of just shouting out, I need you to talk me through that. How in the world did you get to that number? Yes, sir, you tell me.
You had 15, 20, 40, 15, 15, 40, so 40, 30, 70.
All right, I heard David say 20 and 20 is 40. 15 and 15 is?
30.
And then there was another step? Okay, so I really needed to add all of these. Okay, so if I'm doing all of this work, what am I really solving for?
The perimeter.
I'm looking for the perimeter. So the perimeter equals 70. Okay? So while it did not tell you the measurement of each side, based on what you know about a fencing or an enclosure or a cage for an animal at the zoo, you could figure out what shape to draw, couldn't you? Could you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You didn't answer me. I wasn't sure. Yes. Reading the information and thinking about what you're reading, you can figure out the rest of that problem.